Okay. Now let's do this. And let's continue. Okay, to everyone who is here, welcome to the stream. Seems like very few people actually are here for some reason, but that's fine. I actually have had a thing I wanted to discuss with people, so I'm going to be waiting until more people actually arrive, so we can begin like talking about these things. It's just a really like cool idea I have, you know. So when more people, well, if more people actually like start watching, I'm going to be talking about it and planning it out with you guys. Till then, let's just progress through the game. Did I already explore everything? Like take all the chests and stuff like that? Checking's probably a good idea. Also, I should probably buy some better equipment, right? Yeah, I definitely should do that. Oh, yeah, I didn't explore it yet, so... Let me do this while I wait, especially, and then we can start. It's doable, but even on the game's easy mode, Charlotte, in my honest opinion, still sucks at level 99. I mean, I get where you're coming from, because she's more of a healer character on a game where, like, you have an overabundance of healing items. Her attacks don't do a lot of damage, and, like, they have the shortest reach in the game for obvious reasons, so yeah, I definitely understand what like I definitely understand why you think that. Veghester, also welcome to the stream, and welcome A Fisher. Like I was discussing before, I'll be doing a couple of preparations, be waiting for some more people to show up, and then I had something I wanted to discuss with you guys. Like, just an interesting idea I had that I wanted to see what you all think. But again, I'm going to be waiting for more people to arrive before I do that. For now, I'll be buying some new equipment for the girls, and then we'll continue with the story. But outside of that, how have you all been? Like, how's life? I know it's quite a boring question, but I'll be honest, I'm not all here at the moment, so can't come up with anything better. Sorry. Hello, Kodokunasu. Hello, Takami. Yeah, everyone is just arriving now, okay. I'm just going to buy the armors then I'm going to check something, and after we're done with the story, I'll do what I said at the beginning, and we'll begin, like, discussing that idea I had. Also, just one thing, I know it's silly, but I really like the little dance that the dudes do. The whole like trope of every merchant looking the same in RPGs is already amusing enough, but the fact that they all like have the silly little dance is just the icing on the cake, you know. But let's continue.
大事にするわね。ワクワクです。使わせてもらいます。
またのお越しを。
Okay, now let's see this. A bit weird, but anyway. Yeah, I'll be waiting then. Hmm?
シャルロット、ここで待ってる。おじいちゃんに黙って出てきちゃったから、きっと怒られるでち。
Then you should probably like apologize to him, no? God damn it. Okay. Guess not. Okay, this is not a like breakable pot. This is an obtainable treasure, though. What was it? Yeah, it's V. Okay. Yeah, they that's because like let me show you guys. No, you already saw. Like Charlotte is a more like childish character, and she does that anime thing where like she adds cutesy little words like desu or dechi in her case to the end of her sentences. And so the genius localizers decided to translate it to her literally having baby speak because yeah, that's a great idea. Anyway, let's get an audience with the Priest of Light or whatever now.
あなた方がマナの女神様の祝福を得られますように。
あなたが光の司祭さん？なんか普通のおじいちゃんって感じ。私を助けてくれるかと思ってわざわざ来たのに。
Angela, come on. Aren't you a bit much?
ローラント王国の王女リースです。ナバール盗賊団に襲われ王が撃たれ、弟のエリオットもさらわれて国は滅んでしまいました。国を、そして父を守ることができなかった私は、この命に変えても弟のエリオットを助け出したい。司祭様、どうかお導きを。
なんとローラント王国が。しかしこればっかりはマナの女神様でもない限り。 一度滅んだ国を再建することなど。
Shouldn't the people... one sec.
私に話させて。司祭様、私はマナの聖域から参りました。世界からマナが減少し、聖域のマナの木が枯れ始めています。
なんと大変じゃ。マナの木が枯れればマナストーンに封印されし神獣たちが目覚め、世界は滅んでしまう。
何のこと？
何を人事みたいに言っておる。お主はフェアリーに選ばれし者。お主が聖域に行ってマナの剣を抜かねばならんのじゃぞ。
なんですって？聞いてないよ。ねえフェアリー、どういうことなの？ごめんなさい。マナの減少によって私たちは聖域の外では誰かに取り付いていないと死んでしまうのよ。あの時あなたに会ってなければ今頃。はいはい、そりゃよかったわね。じゃあもういいでしょ。さっさと私から離れて司祭様にでも取り付いてよ。
それができれば苦労せんわい。フェアリーは一度宿主を選んでしまうと、その宿主が死ぬまで一生。
Dan, I absolutely did not consent to this.
そんな、やあよ。私行かないからね。私にはそんな剣なんて必要ないもん。アルテナの断りの女王の狙いもマナの剣なんでしょ。女王にあなたの力を認めさせるいいチャンスだと思うけどな。あ、ちょっと人の頭の中勝手に覗いたでしょ。信じらんない。
Yeah, I'm definitely on Angela's side here. You just trying to exploit her, like clearly.
マナの剣。
So much for a pure being.
すべての精霊を司る古の力の象徴。
Maybe this fairy really is indifferent and shouldn't be trusted.
黄金の杖の仮の姿。マナの剣を手にせし者。世界を支配しうる力与えられん。その剣、今なおマナの木の根元に密かに眠らん。マナの木が完全に枯れてしまう前に、マナの剣を抜くことができれば、マナの女神様は再びお目覚めになって世界をお救いくださり、望みも叶えてくださるじゃろう。
お母様もその剣を手に入れようとしている。私が先に行って剣を奪えばきっと私を見直してくれる。で、そのマナの聖域ってところにはどうやって行くの？ごめんなさい。マナが減ってしまい、私にはもう聖域への扉を開くだけの力は。
True and real, Fisher. True and real.
さまざまなところにマナストーンと呼ばれる神獣が封印されし8つのエネルギーポイントがある。これらのマナストーンからエネルギーを解放すると、マナの聖域と現世をつなぐ聖域への扉が現れる。この扉に入ればマナの聖域へとたどり着けるのだが、マナの女神が眠りについたとき、
God damn it, Otakami. No, no fucking... Can you not be a degenerate for, like, 1 second, dude? Come on.
どうすれば？
Though I wouldn't go quite that far, Fish. I think there are still, like, at least some things that we can trust. I mean, Angela's pretty cute, so...
コントロールすることができたと言われている。しかし、その呪法をめぐり、利権を奪い合う国々によって戦乱が起き、世界は神獣以来の危機を迎え、滅亡寸前にまで行ったことがある。かろうじて生き残った者たちは、
You didn't need to, like, retract that message. It was just a joke, Otakami.
禁断の
I don't really mind you saying that. I was just like playing it up for the stream.
今では失われた魔法として誰も知る者はいない。
一つだけ手があるよ。マナストーンの近くには必ずその属性の精霊たちがいるはずよ。彼らの力を借りることができれば、残されたマナの力でまたしても聖域への扉を。
その手があったか。お主たちが通ってきた滝の洞窟の上には光のマナストーンがあると言われている。
Much worse, especially by that guy. Like that official guy, don't trust him.
まず手始めにウィル・オ・ウィスプの力を借りに行くのじゃ。フェアリーと共に滝の洞窟へ行って調べてみるといい。
フェアリーさん、私にもお手伝いさせてください。ローラントの再建も大事だけど、マナの木が枯れて世界がなくなってしまったら意味がないですもの。
If you
リースマナの女神様がお目覚めになれば、きっとローランドの再建に力を貸してくださるでしょう。
look, if YouTube like was going to bonk me for this, like the whole channel is already compromised. I'm sorry. Like with the like official said, with the amount of shit people said on my stream already, yeah, I'm kind of screwed if that comment can get me banned or something like that. Though if you're worried, then yeah, I'd appreciate if you guys didn't like post anything that would get me in trouble with YouTube. So thank you for your concern. Oh, and hello, son. Still, like, I get what you mean, but I agree with people that it's better to be safe than sorry. Oh, that's also interesting. Remember when I said that there were abilities you could get by leveling up the various stats, and that some could be like shared by various team members? You can also get various abilities throughout the story, or by doing like side quests and things like that. It's pretty cool. What's up? We're just playing, for now we're just going through Trialsofmana's story, and now that quite a few more people are in the stream, like, I'm going to take the opportunity to talk about, what's the word? Oh yeah, to talk about something interesting that I wanted to discuss with you guys. Safe and sorry, we're not forgetting the out-of-pocket stuff you've been bringing up on those podcast streams. Shut the fuck up. Chat, if you want to see true degeneracy, watch the podcast. Oi! Oi! Shut up! Shut up, you bastard. You don't get to do that to me. I get to say that shit about you. You can't do the same. That's not how this works. This isn't like some egalitarian bullshit. To be extra safe, we can use Japanese so the overlords don't notice. Here's a Japanese lesson, kids. Onahoru. And as always, I typoed the shit out of it. I'm not even going to say all the Japanese stuff you're typing there because, again, I'm trying to be as safe rather than sorry as I can. But yeah, now we gotta go through the like mana stones, if I understood that correctly, in order to get the power of the like elementals to open the portal to the mana tree, get the mana stone. That's what we're doing now. if I'm being outed for being a freak, I'm bringing you down with me. Okay. We don't need to destroy each other, okay? Let's resolve this peacefully. I'll back down if you do.
シャルロットもついていくでち。ヒースを探すんでち。あんたさんがダメって言ってもついていくから断っても無駄でちよ。
You only left because you wanted to. No need to be like this insistent about it. Burka stream, never. Better cover those ankles. Nah. Then sexy ankles need to be shown to the world. Oh, right. But seriously, it's a good opportunity now that, like I said, everyone is here, or a good amount of people are here to talk about, like, what I wanted to discuss. Essentially, since I already done that whole stream, like talking about why I don't like Arc Knights, right? And now that I'm even planning on turning that into an edited video, like I was wondering if, especially since we've been doing like those anime review streams, right? If it wouldn't be like kind of funny for me to watch the Arc Knights anime and then review it too, you know? I think most people will kinda guess what my opinion is right away, but I just thought it may be funny, you know? Exactly because people already know like what I think about that in general. Yeah, I don't think that's happening, but maybe if people like the idea enough, I can do like a stream review in the Arc Knights anime. Now for Enfield, that has less chances of occurring, let's just put it that way. I don't even really know Arc Knights in the first place. Oh, so you of all people, like, shouldn't hear it from me. You're going to get a terrible like impression of it. I saw that there were 3 seasons of Arc Knights actually. Well, it's effectively 2 seasons since there are only 26 episodes. It's just that they're divided weirdly. But anyway. Arc Knights is the GOAT. Oh, you might want to check out some of my anime. Well, no, actually, I talked about it in a podcast. So, you were talking about the podcast, then you should check out my episode on Arc Knights. If you really like it, Fisher, I bet you love that stream. Arc Knights is a gacha tower defense where you control people suffering from super cancer rocks. Yeah, that's a good way to summarize it. Actually. Arc Knights as an anime, most gacha games nowadays, most popular gacha games except for like Hoyo stuff, do have animes at this point. I'm pretty sure Blue Archive has one, Azure Lane, Arc Knights, like what's another one? No, actually, it's not that common now that I think about it. Nikkei doesn't have one, for example. So it's not that uncommon for it not to have one. Yeah, I'm not big into gacha, I can understand. But I like it, but I can't exactly blame people for not being into it. Also, I don't get what Otakami said a while ago. At this point, like, full girl team, let's go. The whole point is that of this, like, string series is that it is all girls. Like, it has always been all girls, it will always be all girls. That's the point, you know? Except Hoyo stuff for now. I don't think Punishing Grey Raven has an anime. Oh, right. I didn't even consider that one. That's yeah, it's actually very rare now that I'm thinking about it. Like for gacha game to have an anime. I was just talking out of my ass, I guess. Sorry. I saw the podcast stream title and chose not to watch it live. Ain't no one gonna be disrespecting my goat like that. Well, it's as they say, ignorance is bliss, right? But you only got all the character. Okay. I get what you're talking about now. Wish I played Punishing Grey Raven when they were having the Black Rock Shooter collab. Yeah, unless you start from the very beginning, like when the gacha game literally started existing, you always have this problem of like kinda losing out on cool stuff and then regretting it. That's why I haven't gotten into quite a few gacha games, because like I got interested in them but then realized it's kinda too late to join, given that most of the cool stuff that got me interested in the first place is like limited stuff that I can't get anymore. It's a real problem with a lot of gacha, I feel like. Okay, should probably invest the points I have into her. Power attack damage increased by 5%. Oh, and there's a team ability. Sturdy. Strength 5. Let me see. Yeah, I think I should level up strength a bit, so I can get that ability onto someone. And then, yeah, this 100% applies to PGR. The best thing is how Hyuk just lets people invent their own lore for Black Rock Shooter. The manga, anime, and games all completely have different origin stories for Rock Shooter. Started playing it from day one. I don't know, I find that to be a bad thing. I get the appeal of this more free-form stuff, but personally I think that a strong, cohesive lore is better in my opinion. I prefer that. Yeah, I should definitely do that as soon as... Actually, we'll be having that whenever we... Yeah, we'll definitely need to invest into this later. So... I think it's good to have this already done when we unlock that, and then I'll invest a bit into this since she is mainly a healer character. No, but this I can get later, and this will provide me with more immediate value. So we'll be going through this. Counter and nothing. Perfect. Now I'll save and then I'll progress. Touhou is a similar way. Part of the appeal lies in how many people and how many of the characters and setting are up to interpretation. I actually saw a few people complaining about that actually, so I think some people share in my concern slash like line of thinking. Because they were saying how... one sec.
向こうに渡るにはどうしたらいいの？そっか、あなたたち飛べないんだもんね。でもここなら滝の水からマナの力を取り出せそうね。あなたたちを向こう側に渡せるかやってみるよ。
Touhou does have a solid lore and setting. It's more the specifics that are up to interpretation, like how dangerous it actually is and how much of what Yukari says is true or false. Yeah, because like I said, I was watching someone complain about that a lot of like some of the fanon interpretations of certain characters like bothered certain people because of exactly how inaccurate they were and how they perpetuated a more simplistic or even erroneous image of the character to people. Now obviously this is going to happen to any piece of media, right? It's just what one of the consequences of fandom. But that can be exacerbated a lot more, I feel like, if you go by this approach of like more malleable lore. Anyway, today I downloaded a Silent Suzuka's cursor and it's adorable. Oh, nice. I never download these things. I never get like these like specialized cursors, but every time I see one I just think it's super cute, honestly. Why do you have to be like that, Fishu? Why did you have to remind me of this? I really should ban you just for that. Most of how I interact with Touhou is the fanon though, and there you have many interpretations that are both valid based on playing the game, but completely different from each other. Obviously, different people are going to think different things, so I understand like how both someone could have the opinion I just described, as well as how you could obviously disagree and think that it's fine, or even that some of these things that they dislike are good, but god damn it, where was it? Ring menu, R. Item seeds. Okay, perfect. Oh, it's already over. God damn it. If you want, I can give you a link to the other Uma cursors. You know what? Please send that to me. I will try it out and see if I like it. I always, like I said, see it and find it adorable. Maybe I should download it for myself. See, you know what? That seems like a good idea. Should expand my horizons or something like that. Okay, thanks, A Fisher. And now I actually like missed out on a few comments. So 1 second. I don't think I ever saw more than 1 or 2 people complain about that in Toho. I saw a whole like thread, not even on Reddit, but here on YouTube complaining about it. So yeah, maybe we're just hanging out with different parts of the fandom. Most of how I interact with Toho is the fandom though, and there I have oh, okay, I already read that. I might have a disease where any subject will cause me to yap about Toho. That's normal. It's just called being an otaku. Oh, I get what you mean. Fan and character interpretation. You know what's funny about that? For years, people tried to argue that Flanders a psycho thing is just fan and misinterpretation. And then the cheating detective Satori manga came in and proved it was actually kinda true. She is in fact a little bit crazy in the head. Guess that was a bit vindicated then. Certainly an interesting situation there. Yeah, I always thought that whether it's a misinterpretation is missing the point. The great thing is that Zoom's writing permits many different versions of Flandre to exist. Again, my opinion remains the same on that. I get the appeal of a more free-form lore, but personally I prefer something more structured and well-established. From what you're saying, like it seems like Toho can do both, but I definitely prefer when it leans more into that. Like what I was talking about, you know? There are some characters like Daio say that exist almost purely as fanon. That's a character existing purely, like almost purely as fanon. It's kind of an alien concept to me, honestly. I can't even imagine how that works. Also, it's time for our first boss fight. Though I guess seeing most of you have enough gaming knowledge to have kinda gotten that already. To be honest, Dai Yosei just doesn't have a canon name. She kind of appeared in official media a few times. Again, the more I hear about it, the more confusing it feels like. I'll be honest. Like, I don't think I can understand, like, even what your guys are getting at. Like, without actually researching about it, you know? Oh no, crab. Basically, Daiyosei and Koakuma in the games are just two nameless mid-stage bosses. Oh, Koakuma like is the same, like is in the same situation. I'll be honest, she's so prevalent in fan work, especially that I would have never noticed, but I guess that's what you mean, like, by a character existing almost entirely in fanon. Like, if it's a character that doesn't have a lot of importance in the game, but that's really popular, like, in the fandom, then that I can understand. Now that makes sense. That's not the type of Kanye I expected. Sorry, but if you're expecting any other type of Kani, like, you're gonna be disappointed by this game. It's more into the fully grown woman, like fully grown waifus, you know? So Charlotte is as close as you get to that.
光のマナストーンはちょうどこの真上古代遺跡の奥深くにマナストーンはあるんすけどね。ちとここからじゃいけないっす。マナストーンはまだ無事っす。でも非常に不安定な状態なもんすから、いつか神獣が封印を解いて復活しちゃうかも。仲間の精霊たちを一刻も早く見つけ出して聖域への扉を開きましょう。
Willow Wisp, amazing English. Yeah, we're going to get a lot more examples of that in this game, I guarantee you. But Charlotte is already taken, technically. Ah, shucks. So, I guess you have no one. God damn it, Otakami, no. No NTR here. Stop. No. Stop. Originally, she was just a few pixels that appear in Toho 6 and shoot at you a bit. And the file name of the image was Daiyosei, Big Fairy. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Then fans started drawing her in more detail, coming up with designs for her, calling her Daiyosei, giving her personality, backstory, etc. Same with Koakuma. Again, very interesting to learn. I think that thing is supposed to be some eyes on a rock, but it just looks like a rock with a big snout. God, you just ruined the poor spirit of light to me, I swear. Also, let me go into training. I'm going to need to get that for, like, MP recovery. But then I think I'll need to start actually investing in intelligence so I can have a real spell, you know? Perfect. Then I can equip it to her, and you don't deserve anything. So you continue with nothing. Poor Charlotte, man. But where do I need to... No, I actually need to start investing in spirits before I get intelligence. Okay, noted. So I can actually get Holy Bolt for now. What about you? You need strength. And do you have any magical abilities? No, so I can just continue evolving into whatever gives me more cool perks. As for you, I already have healing for you thanks to what I did. And no, but I should probably start investing into that. Yeah, investing into that for Twinkle Rain is more efficient than something like that, especially because of what I said before. And now you get an ability. Lucky you, I guess. And now there's nothing. Wait, did the Mana Spirits had dialogue in the Super Nintendo game? I don't remember them speaking. Again, I'm not too familiar with the original version. I'm just a fan of the remake, so I can't tell. Also, bro became low tier god. Poor Charlotte. Oh no, this is nothing, man. Like, you should have seen the... I think it was the second. Yeah, the second... what was the name? Beyond Citadel stream that I did recently. There, I became low tier god. Oh god, it wasn't even fun. Yeah, I make light of it, but like that string just really was fucking derailed by some bad actors. Again, I'm making light of it, but it absolutely was anything but fun. Also, I forgot. We were talking about Toho. No, but we kind of concluded that conversation, didn't we? Wait, what happened on that stream? Exactly what Sun said. Zoomers invaded and do what Zoomers do best. Make shit annoying. Essentially, they started rage baiting me, and I kind of played. I tried playing into it, but it just made everyone more uncomfortable. I really should have just banned them from the start. Yeah, it was the Red Fox guy. Like, that's why I banned him at the very beginning of the next stream, because I didn't want it to end up just like the like that stream, you know. So yeah, I like played into the rage bait because I thought it'd be funny. It ended up being like more disrupting the stream than actually being funny, and like I should have banned him from the start and not done that at all. That kind of that's kind of the summary of what went down. Yeah, exactly. Sun kinda added some details that I forgot. Wait, just a sec. I actually need to see this because I really do remember that we were talking about something else. No, just Toho. And then we went into a talk about like what happened on that stream. And we finished both those conversations, so yeah, we kinda ran out of subjects actually. So yeah, I'm going to have to find another topic. Well, game over, guys. I guess that's it for the stream. Like, seriously, no way we should have survived that. Anybody into Chainsaw Man? Movie came out recently, which was a big deal. Well, I am, so if you have anything to talk about in regards to the movie, which I agree, I thought that movie was awesome, by the way, I can. Also, Would you believe me if I said the reason we didn't get Medabots games for all these years is because Imagineer lost the rights of the IP to a Spanish crypto NFT scan? I would not be surprised given how many of those there are nowadays. It just sucks that this kind of thing happens, but I totally can like see this being the case. Only now they got the rights of the IP back. Well, at least has a good ending, right? We gotta be thankful for at least that. Bro, really just pushed then. MC plot armor. Yeah, totally. Bro knocked over 3 different people by himself. I mean, did you see like how muscular and tall that guy was? That's totally believable, honestly. Why are you not a fan of Chainsaw Man, Fishu? I need to be careful not to say any spoilers of it here. Oh, right, that's true. We shouldn't spoil it for people who haven't watched it yet. But, Fisher, why are you not a fan of Chainsaw Man? I'm actually a bit curious about that. Wait, actually, this is interesting. I'll let the scene play. And then I'll comment about it. Oh, okay. That makes sense.
俺はフォルセナの剣士デュランだ。ここは城塞都市ジャドの地下牢。ビースト兵が気絶したお前らを運んできたぜ。まったくあいつら許せねえ。俺の寝込みを襲いやがって。普段なら絶対奴らには負けねえ。お前らも似たようなもんだろ。
Sure, bro. Sure, I believe you.
奴らに一泡吹かせて、お前らも助け出してやるからさ。
Oh, I missed one of your comments actually, Fisher. That's shitty. Zoomers are annoying. Definitely. Are they really gonna fall for that? Seriously? I can't believe that seriously worked, man. That's such bullshit.
出てこいよ。逃げようぜ。よし。じゃあ二手に分かれよう。お前らは港に急げ。この町から脱出するんだ。
That was embarrassing.
がウェンデルに攻め込んで、町の警備が手薄になったら船を出すと、俺が捕まる前に町の連中が話していた。急げば間に合うはずだ。お前ら体力を消耗しているな。そこの女神像にお祈りして。回復しといた方がいいぞ。俺もすぐに行く。港で会おう。
I feel like you would just get you wouldn't need to resign because you would just get like fired after such a blunder. Thank you. Kinda a weird way to acquire a new ability, but okay. One thing. I was going to comment about it. This is actually pretty interesting. The whole purpose of this like run originally was to see how they would adapt some elements of the story, because generally what happens is that wait, no, that doesn't make any sense. No, sorry, I was going to comment something, but then I realized that's not how it works again. Why is it like that? Let's just see some of the comments. Oh yeah, that movie changed my life. It was actually already my favorite arc for the manga, so I feel blessed by fate to receive such a perfect movie adaptation of it. It's not my favorite arc, but I definitely understand, like, if it was, why like it be so important, because yeah, that was a great movie. Like, if that was your favorite arc, then like you just hit the jackpot to have it adapted as a movie like that, you know. I definitely agree with Sun here. Also, I thought I recognized him. Duran is voiced by Takuya Eguchi, known for roles such as Julius, ReZero, and Mitsurugi Konosuba. Damn, that's pretty cool. I'm pretty bad at recognizing voice actors, especially Japanese ones, so if you recognize anyone else, please inform me. I would really love to know. And then just people discussing about Konosuba. But what would also be interesting to comment about? I don't like Chainsaw Man because just don't like the characters, Denji especially. I hate characters who let their immediate actions be driven by emotions. Yeah, my man's definitely like not gonna like Denji if he has that opinion. I don't like share that opinion, but I can agree that that can become annoying, especially if you like more like rational protagonists or intelligent protagonists. Yeah, like I can definitely understand why you wouldn't like Chainsaw Man if you have that preference. Yeah, just like Sun said, yeah, Chainsaw Man is definitely not for you then. Like, not at all. But seriously, I could swear I had something else to talk about. Whatever, I'll just figure something out. Oh, did any of you also watch the Demon Slayer movie? Like, because there were, like, those two movies were released kind of close to each other, like, relatively, right? The Chainsaw Man movie and the Demon Slayer movie. So did you watch the Demon Slayer movie as well, or just Chainsaw Man? No. Okay. Never got into Demon Slayer. Any other remakes of old games you play? No. I had this whole discussion actually on one of the podcasts about why I don't... Oh, actually it was on that same podcast where I talked about why I didn't like Arknights. Why I said I am generally, like, on principle against remakes in general. Like, obviously there are some that I like, but in general, like, on principle, I am actually against the very concept of remakes. So no, there aren't that many that I enjoy. It's more of like remakes that I enjoy are more of exception instead of the rule, you know? AO based. Thank you. I only watched the first season of Kimetsu and got bored, but the visuals are gorgeous. For me, Denji is one of the things I like about it. They just explode into bones. Yeah, that is pretty humorous, actually. But yeah, I mentioned it because one of the things that's interesting about that movie, I think I talked about this in the like I think it was the yeah, it was the Monster Musume stream. Like where I said that that movie is designed for people like us, because I'm not a fan of Demon Slayer either, just like the rest of you guys. But that movie is actually designed for non-fans. It's kind of a movie designed for normies, or at least normies to Demon Slayer, rather than actual fans. Because what they do, and that became really annoying for some of the original fans, is that they cram in like a bunch of flashbacks into that movie, exactly so that people like us who have never seen even a single episode of the show can understand and care about it, you know? Did I forget anything? Whatever. So, if you're just not interested in Demon Slayer, obviously that's completely fine. But if the only reason you're not watching this movie is because you like haven't watched Demon Slayer itself, like you don't really need to worry, because that movie was exactly made for people like us, people who don't watch or didn't watch the originals, you know? That was kind of the point of the movie, actually. Yeah, I think it's that one. The worst thing about remakes is that they inevitably remove things or change them. Then the fan base is like, doesn't matter, it's just a little thing, and then gradually forgets how it was originally. I like faithful remakes, except for when the definition of faithful is brilliant diamond shining pearl. The best remake is one that's so different from the original that it doesn't paint over the existence of the original and just exists as a separate thing, like Doom 2016. I like Doom 2016 and Doom the original ones as separate things. This is basically how Final Fantasy ceased to be a turn-based franchise. Remake that's almost the same as Doom, the original Doom, but messes up a lot of things, would have been a disaster. I confess that I haven't played Final Fantasy. Is that referring to the remakes? Yeah, he's probably referring to the remakes that made things like that made it a more action RPG, because normies can't deal with turn-based. They find it boring. Because, you know, normies just overwhelmingly have shit opinions, unfortunately. The Pokemon Sinnoh remakes are so faithful they even ported over the glitches and soft locks from the original DS games. Now, now that's faithful. Now you know that the devs truly care. Alright, to be fair, it's super hard to make a good turn-based combat. Normie detected. Opinion discarded. Where in the hell do they want me to go? Like, I really don't get this. Like, for real, being, like, honest now. Like, what's so bad about turn-based combat? I never understood, like, why so many people find it... Okay, I'm going to comment on this later. But... Oh. God damn it. But yeah, I'll comment on this later. But I really don't get this opinion. Like, why is it so hard for some people to get into turn-based? Like, for me, turn-based combat is just... Wait, I think it's exposition time, so I'll leave that discussion for later. But yeah, to be honest, that just feels like a slap on the face. Like, oh no, turn-based combat is a thing of the past. Like, how stupid do you... I was trying to find another word, but no. You know what? I'm just going to be, like, direct here. How fucking stupid do you need to be to unironically say that one of the combat systems that is working and that is fun for so many games is a thing of the past? Pokemon, Persona, now Metaphor ReFantagio and Shin Megami Tensei, like Black Souls as a more niche success, like you know, the new Dragon Quest that just released, like you said, some more tactics games like Fire Emblem, for example, is also turn-based. Like, how stupid do you have to be? Like, how genuinely, like, brain damage do you have to be to actually think that is a thing of the past? It's just like with the people who say, oh no, we moved past these, like, more... Yeah, Expedition 33, just one game of the fucking year. What do you mean turn-based combat is in the past? It's just fucking... It's people who have an opinion and they want to force it on everyone else. It's just like with sexy female designs. I know it's like stretch or that I'm comparing two different things, but hear me out here. Like, a lot of people say that the designs from this game, for example, are like a thing of the past. Like, we've grew out of it, or like this is like something that like it's outdated, etc. And then you go and look like at games, more modern games like Stellar Blades, that have these designs and that clearly show that they are successful. You look at gacha games, most gacha games have designs like these, and they are successful because of them, and you see that's complete bullshit. This opinion that some things are outdated when they clearly aren't are just people trying to brainwash you. People trying to, like, it's people who have that opinion who want to convince the whole world that, like, they're the weirdos for liking it and for not sharing that opinion, you know? And that's just that. That's just a psyop every time. It's fucking frustrating, honestly. A lot of games just give you a bunch of abilities that you never end up using. I don't see how that makes the system in general bad, but anyways. A lot of RPGs don't have much interesting strategy with it. I don't agree, but at least that take I can understand. And I do agree with Otakami in the subject that a lot of remakes kind of write over the original and change a lot of things that piss off the original. And let's be real, the actual fans that normies just brush over. And that is, like, really annoying. Like, there are a couple more reasons which I can talk about why I dislike remakes and think they are a bad thing in general. But yeah, I definitely agree with Otakami there. Okay. So they're deliberately trying to paint over the original game. Yeah, that's diabolical. I agree. F7 Rebirth turned out to be actually a very well made game, but then FF16 came out and the RPG mechanics are so bare bones it's not even an RPG anymore. 9 awards to be exact. Honestly, kinda going off the rails, but is Expedition 33 really an indie game? I mean, it is an independent studio, kind of, I guess, but winning indie award feels weird. We can debate semantics, but personally, I'm just spitballing. I'm just saying my opinion here. Like, I'm not actually making an argument here. It's just what I think. I don't think Expedition 33 is an indie game. It leans more into double A or single A at this point instead of indie. Especially with the publisher and the other studios like helping to make it. I feel like it should have been seen more as a game like this, you know? Like, a lot of people say AAA and don't really understand what that means. That means that there's double A and A games. Like, there's a progressing standard of quality, of investment, of resources, etc. And given all the things that were involved in the creation of Expedition 33, I'd say it's more of a double A or single A game rather than an indie. It's what I think. Maybe I just got conditioned to associate indie games with poor devs. The term indie games was invented back when we were in a completely different industry. For years now, indie has been a term that's way too wide an umbrella to actually mean much if you take it literally. To be fair, that could be said about quite a few terms. Well, some Expedition 33 fans are shit on jrpgs, even though Expedition 33 takes inspiration from them. I saw a really good take about this on Twitter, that like, it's all aesthetics. Like, going back to the sexy woman example again, because it's my favorite example. You might have noticed. But there are a lot of people who genuinely believe that, like, if a character is showing too much skin, then they're automatically a bad character. Like, actually badly written, badly executed, etc. Like, you show the same character to some people, and they're so deranged that if one character, like, it's literally the same character, but one is showing booba and the other is not, they'll say the one showing booba is shit, the one not showing it is a deeply interesting character. Which is, like... which is one of the reasons why I dislike a good portion of, well, not a good portion, but a sizable portion of the Arknights fan base, because let's be real, a lot of them are like that. I know I'm generalizing in that there are a lot of good people there too, but let's be real, some of you are pretty fucking annoying and you deserve to be criticized. And it's the same thing here, I feel like, because one of the reasons that normies actually think that Expedition 33 is a good game and a masterpiece, etc., is exactly because of the more realistic art style. Like, a person said it best when they said that, no, if everything about Expedition 33 was the same, but it had just an anime style, an anime coat of paint, instead of the more realistic one they went with, a lot of the same people praising it right now and saying that it's the evolution of JRPGs would be shitting on it, calling it a Didi Blood game, or something like that. Made it. Anyways, isn't Expedition 33 literally Paper Mario? It's similar, but I definitely argue it's not the same. Also, welcome Evil Bookman. Every Expedition 33 fan should play Kodelka, and everyone should play Kodelka. It's a great game. Anyway, let me just read this dialogue and then I'll go back to reading some of the comments. This town must have a very confusing layout. People keep coming up to ask for directions. How strange. Expedition 33 is a great game with terrible fans, Fisher. Many such cases. For me, a good turn-based combat should feel like there's an intent in every option you do. Like, I want to play the turn-based combat like I'm playing a Pokemon Nuzlocke. That's just my opinion, though. I feel like you just want them to be highly difficult then. Like, the combat system of Black Souls or Black Souls 2, for example. I feel like you don't like it because you don't feel like it's meaningful. Like, you can just spam the same strategy of buffs and debuffs or of high value attacks to win. Like, I think you're more don't like the more simplistic and more kind of bare bones turn-based stuff instead of not liking the genre itself. You just want it to be better executed. I think that's what you mean. But I could be wrong, obviously. A solo dev like Hakita making Ultra Kill is not even on the same planet as an independently published team of 10 people getting outsourced work and loans in hundreds of thousands from an investor. Again, I agree with what you said that a lot of terms in the game, specifically in this case, don't mean anything. Like, you're right, both of these definitely should not be placed on the same category, but like this is even happening to like a lot of other things in, for example, the like we were talking about in the Game Awards, right? How in the hell do you put Doom: The Dark Ages, like an FPS, with a hack and slash like Ninja Gaiden on the same category of action game? Like, what does action game even mean at this point, you know? So yeah, definitely we have a huge problem of words in general losing their meaning. And technically, Hakita making Ultra Kill is not even indie. He's published by New Blood Interactive. Spoilers though, won't elaborate. Okay? If you want turn-based combat where every single turn feels like it's on the razor edge of death, I cannot recommend XCON enough. Okay, I'll check it out later. Speaking of Pokemon, I just found a naughty ROM hack practically begging for a Nintendo lawsuit. Furry fans are really nuts, man. I really hope it doesn't. I really hope, because of its nature as a naughty game, that it's underground enough to like not be to not get a lawsuit, because Nintendo really needs to stop that in general, though, like genuinely. It's really not an RPG though, it's a tile-based strategy game with lots of units. I heard of Hakita and thought Hakika sequel guy. Sequel mentioned. Yeah, I'm going to play that game eventually. Like, a lot of people recommended it to me, so I'm going to be playing it like whenever we finish this game. Don't you worry about it. Sequel is going to be played on this channel, I promise you. But yeah, I should probably progress with the game now instead of turning this into a glorified podcast stream, sorry. You're looking for the Mana Stones, huh? I reckon His Majesty, the Hero King of all Senna, knows a thing or two. Okay. So yeah, apparently what we're doing at this point in the game is trying to find directions to fulfill our objective of like getting to the Mana Stones. The thing about that ROM hack is that dude is paywalling it on Pixie Fanbox. I take back what I said. Like, paywalling a ROM hack, like, no, fuck off. You know, speaking about Pokemon furries, does liking Pokemon make you a furry? Depends on what you mean. Like, if you like the game, Pokemon, not necessarily. If you like Pokemon, like in that sense of the word, then yes, absolutely. Like, all you Vaporeon fuckers are furries or scalies or whatever the hell it's called. I don't need any more items. I need weapons. Paywalled, he's done for. Rightfully so. No new weapons and probably no new armors as well. Though I'll check. First time hearing about the sequel thing. Sequel, as confusing as that might be, is a title for a series of games. It's more complicated than that, but essentially it's a whole sequel of games, one of which I'm going to play for the channel. I say no. You can be into the human characters of Pokemon. Yeah, true and real. Did you saw the Ultra Q X Paul World trailer? I did not. In other words, you can be heterosexual. Joker, no. The whole meme is just amazing, man. But, hey Fisher, are you saying that, like, you think you can be into the Pokemon themselves without being a furry? Like, how do you justify that? I don't get that. I really don't. If you're saying that you can be into the games without being a furry, true. You can be into the human characters too without being a furry too. But if you like if you like in that sense the Pokemon themselves, like, how do you justify like saying that that doesn't make you a furry? I don't get that. I legit don't get the logic there. Does that mean that slimes are... No. You're missing the point here. Like, slimes are monster girls. That's different. That's like saying, oh, does liking cat girls make you a furry? No, obviously not. Like, that's not how that works. There's a clear difference between liking monster girls and liking actual furry characters. And Pokemon lean more into the furry stuff. So that's why I said it makes you a furry. Like a slime that can shapeshift into anything or just be a blob. I already explained that. I think some Pokemons are aliens, so maybe it's more of a technicality. And there are some people who are are into deoxys apparently. So I mean, you do you, buddy. Like I'm not gonna judge. I mean, I will, but you get the point. So then, wouldn't some Pokemon like Ditto not be furry if slimes aren't furry? You're missing the point. Like, slimes in the sense of them being monster girls. Like, if you want to go with an actual, like, blob slime that's only a blob slime, then yeah, fair. That's furry. But, like, if you are talking about anime girl slimes, then that's not furry, okay? Like, there's a difference there. Is there some sharp border between furry and non-furry? Actually, there is. I can post a graph to you guys that kind of defines the line between furry and not furry. Yes, hello, I'm Von Voyage. See what they did. Fucking stupid ass game. And you are? Never mind, it hardly matters. You simply must see my new invention. Wait for me in the backyard. Yes, exactly, that's what I'm talking about. The fox girl, like, climbing stairs meme. I saw that image, then you know the difference. I often treat the animal head as such. Exactly. Mr. Tip. Mr. Trip. Yeah, what's happening here is that since I have been kind of skipping the story a bit, essentially we need to go to the kingdom of Valsena, but the path there is blocked. So what we're going to do, this is going to be quite ridiculous, is that we're going to be using this guy's invention, this huge cannon, to kind of propel ourselves into the, like, on the way there, you know? It's going to be a very humorous scene, you'll see. Going to be similar to what Charlotte did, actually. I kinda like the Thundercats aesthetic, furry. Still, I'll say that Pokemon are an exception. Coping. And before anyone gets the wrong idea, I'm just joking with all this, okay? Like, I think I can see your point, especially if they're drawn a certain way, or like some Pokemon. Like, I can see it kind of blurring the line, like if we're talking about taking it more seriously. So I kind of get your point, Fisher. About the Otakami then. Like, if you mean like that you just like the aesthetic, like you think it's good looking, then yeah, that doesn't make you a furry, and I would agree even. I also like the Thundercats aesthetic. If you genuinely think that that's attractive though, yeah, I got some bad news for you then. Like, seriously speaking, that's what I think. Hehehe, you want to know what this is, right? Right? Just wait. There's only one easy way to Valsena from Maya, and that's the bridge. It's down the Treasure's Golden Road and is full of monsters. Hardly an effective or safe travel route. However, behold, with my new deluxe super cannon, you can reach it in one blast. It's the latest model, and I'm almost done. So what do you think, huh? Oh, no, I completely confused things. We're not going to be using the cannon now. If I'm not mistaken, we're actually going to need, like, to complete his invention by going into a cave that's housing Gnome, the Earth Spirit, and then with the gunpowder that we find there, then we are going to be propelled to Valsena. And that guy was just blocking progression. Like, we actually aren't prevented from like leaving the city. That was just so to create a barrier so that we would have to talk to that guy. Okay, I'm remembering it better now. So yeah, that's the point of what we're going to do now. Also, I forgot to say that
俺もお前たちと一緒の船でジャドから逃げてきたのさ。噂じゃ生徒ところがだ。光の司祭様はそのために不治の病にかかり倒れてしまったらしいぞ。
Oh yeah, I should be reading this. We escaped from Jed, but I heard that His Eminence put a barrier around Wendell to make sure the Beastman wouldn't enter. It made His Eminence fall so dangerously ill he collapsed. They say a young priest named Heat is the only one in Wendell who can cure the deadly sickness, but no one knows where he is. This could be bad.
助からねえかもしれんよ。
そんなおじいちゃんが大変でちすぐ戻らないと。
What? No, not Grandpa. This is bad. I have to go back.
シャルロット、今あんたが戻ったってどうにもならないんじゃないの？私たちは司祭さんのためにも少しでも早くマナの剣を手に入れ、ヒースを探し出さなきゃ。
Actually, since it's voice, should I even be reading it? Whatever. Actually, I won't be reading it from now on. To save time, you know?
ちょっと冷たい言い方だったかしら。ごめんね。でもあんたが本当におじいちゃんを助けたいんだったらわかるでしょ。さあ、涙を拭いて。おじいちゃん。
Harsh but fair. So yeah, like I said, that's what we're doing now. Oh, you know, I love to yap about the Super Nintendo. That canon was created for a very good reason. Back then in the Super Nintendo games, they had that Mode 7 chip for 3D effects in some cards. In the game where you are shot in the Super Nintendo version would show you a flat map with the 3D effect. The canon literally exists only to flex the Super Nintendo graphics. Oh, so it's that kind of effect like the one that they use on like Castlevania 4? If it is, then yeah, I definitely would understand why they want to flex it. That effect looks super cool. Hey, you haven't seen a weird cactus thing around here, have you? I've been looking all over for it. People say that good things happen when you talk to the cactus, but he's shy. He doesn't stay in one place for long. Hey, you're traveling, right? Keep an eye out for that little cactus. I think we can find... yeah, I think we can find it around there. So I'll just progress a bit and then we'll be finding it, I think. Gotta love Mode 7 rotation. Yeah, like I was saying, I really do think that that's a super cool effect. Nah, it's fine. We should be able to progress. Though we're clearly very underleveled for this. If this were any other RPG, Charlotte would leave the party and be replaced by some random party member for half or the entire game. Yeah, I really hate when they do that actually. Like you have this party member that you level up and like have been through the entire game with. When they just leave the party for like a chapter or two, that's fine. But when they entirely replace a party member that like you've been playing with for the entire game, especially when the new party member is like behind in levels, that's just so annoying, man. I really like, for story purposes I get it, but for gameplay is super annoying, man. I really hate that. You know, the literally 3 scenes of and then you forget you wanna equip her gear, bro. Like, god, that sucks so bad, man. Like, imagine losing that much gold, like, on this kind of thing just because the like story wanted to be dramatic or something. And again, if the story wants to be dramatic, like, that's fine, but can you do that in a way that doesn't harm gameplay? Like, can you at least give me those items back, or give me a party member that has the same function and level, so I don't have to like keep grinding to get them like up to speed? Like, seriously, man, there are good ways you can do this. You know, literally 3 scenes in Super Metroid where the ship is flying through space. Those are mode 7. So is the airship transportation, as well as going down rivers in that weird minecart escape part of Final Fantasy VI. The menu wheel is so iconic. Very interesting to know all that. Yeah, there's nowhere else to explore. Yeah, there's an extra path. So I'm going to be going through here first and then like there. Now I should invest in spirits. For you... yeah, just stamina. That's the only thing that makes sense for now. And now I can get... no. I'm almost there. And yeah, I should really grind a bit. Like, I'm definitely under-leveled for this area. As you can see, even the shitty level monsters are like level 8, while I'm here at level 7. Maybe it could make for an interesting playthrough if I like don't farm actually. Maybe could make this game, which is generally like super easy, like actually a bit tense, you know? So maybe I'll purposefully keep it like this. Yeah, that seems interesting. Van brace. That's funny given like what we were discussing in the like posts before. But actually, that's a good opportunity to talk about this topic in general. Like, are there any other kind of RPG cliches or general mechanics that you guys dislike? Did you mean cuff? Yeah, he gets the reference. But yeah, are there any other like RPG mechanics that you guys dislike? It can be anything really. I'm just kind of interested to see if there are any cliches of this kind that you like are generally not fans of. Like grinding is a common one. Yeah, exactly. Now, I don't think you are going to get crucified like most RPG fans, especially in modern years, don't like grinding. I think grinding should be a reward for the player personally. Like, I think that the best examples of grinding in RPGs are when the game is kind of balanced around you not grinding. Like when, if you just go to the game normally, then you'll be able to like get through it comfortably. But then if you are having difficulties, you can use grinding as a way to make your life a bit easier, you know? Grinding, to me, ideally should be like that. It should be something that's not necessary, but is there and can benefit you if you choose to use it. Those are my 2 cents on it. Oh, okay. When the fast travel is there, but it's bad. This guy only gets away with being the grind game because you are grinding like 6 things in both parallel and sequence. I might have to play this guy. I need to understand what you're talking about. That sounds kind of mental, honestly. But I actually would like you to elaborate on that. What do you mean the fast travel is bad, you know? My ideal RPG would be one where you just have to proceed and don't even have time for grinding. It's purely the decisions you make along the way which are responsible for your success. Okay, I once actually got chased out of a Discord server by saying I don't like grinding. That sounds weird to me. Guess it's more controversial thing than I thought. God damn it. I like grinding, but it's bad when literally at each 2 steps you face an enemy. For me, it's weird to hear that some don't like grinding that type of game. True. Like, why are you even playing that type of game? I know this guy purely from the Archer design. I'm trying to remember an RPG with bad fast travel. The most recent example I played was Stellar Blade. Why do you think Stellar Blade has bad fast travel? This Gaia 6 really overtuned the anti-grind features and made the game too easy. Thankfully, 7 improved it a bit. Yeah, definitely, like, my approach also has its issues. Like, doing things the way I'm talking about then, the way I like it, it's definitely not perfect either. But as for what A Fisher said about the whole, like, if you don't like grinding, then why are you even playing this kind of game, like an RPG, you know? And I'm going to disagree with that, because like, grinding shouldn't be the point of an RPG, honestly. Like, again, it should be a mechanic, it should be something that's there, if you need it or want it. But when it's something necessary, it can get pretty annoying, because it doesn't feel like you're like truly advancing in a story. Just feels like you're mindlessly killing the same enemies again and again, because, like, not even because your strategy is bad, but just so you can avoid losing, because your numbers are too small compared to the enemies, you know? That is pretty annoying. Like, when God fucking like, when the grind is forced on you to advance the story, or like when some people said, or when you can't, like, take even 2 steps without getting to an enemy encounter, that can get pretty annoying. So that's, I think, what people mean when they say that they don't like grinding in RPGs, you know? Also, I'm sorry, but welcome, Generico Geronimo. Sorry for not addressing you earlier. Again, I think grinding should be optional. A good example of that, like, if you can progress through the game on, like, normal modes without grinding, but you need to grind in order to progress through hard modes, I don't think that's a bad thing, especially if the grinding is reasonable. And for example, if you can progress through the base story, but you, like, go through extra content or DLCs, like there are specific difficult DLCs which you need to grind for, like in Black Souls, I think that's okay too. And I think the best example of how to implement grinding is with super bosses. Again, if you can get through the game normally without having to grind, but then you can grind in order to have a better chance against certain super bosses and gain rewards from it, like, that's good. Again, there are many good ways to implement grinding. I just think that making it a requirement for progressing through, especially the base experience, is bad. It was serviceable, but you can only fast travel between checkpoints of the same area or to the entrance of another area, making your fast travel twice to get somewhere. It annoyed me that I had to warp to the start of an area, walk to the start of the area, fast travel, then fast travel again to find... Yeah. When they make the fast travel, which is a mechanic that's supposed to make the game more convenient to you, when they make that inconvenient, then I can understand it being bad fast travel. Yeah, I definitely understand what you mean now. Yeah, I agree with Angela, that thing is pretty cute. I think the mechanic around it will be explained now. Yeah, perfect. Little Cactus. Search for the mysterious moving plant, Little Cactus, on your journey. Check all the towns and caves you find, since you never know where he'll turn up. Then every time you find him, you get a stamp. The more stamps you get, the better the prizes you receive. Confirm how many times you come across Little Cactus and what prizes you receive by pressing 1 on the map. Yeah, so needless to say, this is one of the reasons that we are exploring so much, because some of these benefits are, like, pretty amazing. Like, as you see, like, you have a chance with some of the later like, rewards to literally get double experience or double gold, or like some crazy stuff like that. So yeah, we'll definitely be checking out for those. I thought it was a sunflower. Well, I get what you mean, but my sentiment is coming to people who don't like grinding at all. Yeah, like if you don't like grinding at all on an RPG, like even when it doesn't like hinder main story progression, or when it's actually well implemented in some other way, when you just hate it by default, yeah, why are you even playing an RPG at that point? Like, if you don't like it at all, then I agree with A. Fisher. Like, that's just a shit opinion. Okay, no. Modern Pokemon games gave me trauma. I hear double XP and I instinctively cringe. No. Like, what happens is that you get a chance to get double XP, and you need to go pretty, like, far into, like, the rewards, like, list to get it. So don't worry, it doesn't break the game or anything like that, like it does on those games, you know. But yeah, I definitely know what you're talking about. Like, Pokemon games nowadays not only are badly made, like, they are made for literal babies. I genuinely don't like this criticism, but Pokemon games really deserve it, because, like, they don't even think the audience is kids or toddlers anymore. They legit think their audience has brain damage at this point. Like, you can't make a game that easy and convince me that you don't, like that you respect your audience in any way. Also, in most modern RPGs, JRPGs, they don't do random encounters anymore. Yeah, I like that. I like when you can see an encounter and avoid it, personally. Like the way Black Souls, for example, does it, when you can see the enemies and you can run away from them. I think that's pretty good. I think that's like, it's good when RPGs give you that option. So yeah, I definitely like this new change. Like, random encounters are not necessarily bad. In fact, they can be pretty good if, again, implemented right. Since I know that, for example, like, I know that, not the most recent one, but what was it? I know that the original, some of the more classic Shin Megami Tensei, especially Nocturne, they still have random encounters, and I think the way they're implemented there is quite good. But personally, I don't like them. I like this change that more modern RPGs have done. But yeah, I also don't think that this is necessarily a bad thing. It's just more of a personal preference thing, I'd say. Then I love how Pokemon just handed you a triple overall XP switch in the last few generations. That's how the XP all worked, right? Now you can see enemies and avoid them if you choose to do so. Yeah, exactly, like I was praising. DW, it's half a joke. To be fair, the new Legend ZA DLC apparently is hard as fuck. Too bad it's DLC. Wow, if only I didn't need $100 to play good Pokemon again. Hey, you can expand much less, and get good Pokemon. It's just that good Pokemon nowadays is called Digimon instead. But seriously, a lot of people like have really moved on from Pokemon to Digimon, and I really can't blame them at all. For real, it's content that should be in the base game, correct? If you don't have a Stoma or a Riberama Nocturne late game, it would suck. The price of the DLC used to be the price of a full game. Jesus Christ. More so Riberama actually, because it lets you get ridiculous time saving battle chains. I prefer random because the point of old RPGs is to make you waste resources. See, yes, I know that, A Fisher, that in modern SMT there are no random encounters. I'm talking about Nocturne, you know, like old. And I'm saying that the way they do random encounters there is good. That's what I'm saying. Even in Raido Remastered, they got rid of random encounters. That's so cringe, man. It's what we're talking about with, like, the whole remake stuff. Because again, I like that change, but like that shouldn't matter. Like, me liking a change doesn't mean it's a good change, you know? Like, especially if it was well implemented there, I see no reason to take the like random encounters out. If it was badly implemented, even, I'd say that it would be better to like alter it, so like to fix it, to make it so that the random encounters are still there but are just better now, than to do that, to just remove them entirely. And if there was an option to make the random encounters like just as bad as it was in the original, then that'd just be peak there. Because again, I don't think random encounters are necessarily bad, you know, like I was saying. But yeah, Generico Geronimo said a really cool thing here. That the whole point of old RPGs, since they were based on the actual like D&D, you know, the original role-playing game, or one of the originals, random encounters are supposed to make you waste resources, so that you have to manage that as best as possible, so you go as prepared as you can to a boss fight, while forcing you to not be like 100% prepared, you know. So I definitely agree with him there, that there are good points to random encounters too. Good Pokemon games exist for free. We call them ROM hacks. You know what? You have a like good idea there. You know what? That's fair. I agree to that too. Fun fact, Nocturne has a first-person mode that mimics the first two games. Really? I didn't know that, I'll be honest. I really didn't know like that mode was a thing. I'll definitely have to research more about that later, because like that sounds really cool, honestly. Speaking of which, the fuck happened to Etrian Odyssey? Atlas teased the next stage a decade ago and then nothing. That's normal, dude. Like, there are some companies who are straight up dicks about this. Like, they tease something and then they never deliver on it. Like, I remember that there was Capcom did this too. Like, they teased the new Darkstalkers game more than a decade ago, actually. And to this day, well, you get the point. There is no new fucking Darkstalkers because Capcom are assholes. Isn't the first person mode limited to New Game Plus though? Oh, then that like explains why I never got it. Pokemon is basically having trouble from all sides, be it the fan base wanting a different game and Game Freak not giving enough money. I think it's more of a Nintendo problem. Nintendo wants just maximum profit, so they want to invest barely like anything into Pokemon nowadays. Like, I saw that the latest game, ZNA, had a budget of 30 million, which for a franchise like as big as Pokemon is nothing. Like, that's pathetic. So, oh, hello, Andres. Yeah, that's definitely happening. I have both the OG and remaster of Raido. The change in gameplay are more to play from a second game. Like, what you mean is that they made those changes on the second game, and then they saw this as quality of life, and they implemented it on the first game too. If that happened, then yeah, fine. I can agree to that change then. I retract what I said. Yeah. Man, I hope Capcom doesn't make a new Darkstalkers. I feel like they would ruin the franchise. The new Street Fighter gives me a bit more hope. Obviously, they would censor every single female character design to like appeal to modern standards or whatever, and then make you pay extra if you want the classic costumes. But you know, at the very least, you would get the classic costumes, you know. And if the gameplay is anything like Street Fighter 6, then like I feel like it wouldn't be perfect, obviously, since there is that whole shenanigans that I said. But wait, well, at least we would have the classic costumes in some fashion, right? And if the gameplay and graphics were as good as Street Fighter, then I think like there is hope for a good Darkstalkers game by modern Capcom. Especially since, now that I think about it, it was more of a joke character, but they even ported Mai Shiranui in her original outfit with no changes. So again, I feel like for modern Capcom there is hope of a new Darkstalkers game. I was kind of a doomer about it a few years ago, but now, from what I've seen, I think there is genuine reason to have hope, you know? The changes in gameplay are good for modern standards, but the OG feels simple, at least to me. Yeah, I definitely prefer, like, whenever they make those changes, when they implement an option for you to go back. I think that's the best way. Like, again, ideally, we wouldn't have to make these changes in the first place, like I discussed. But if you need to make them, I feel like giving an option to the people who don't like it to like to have the original experience is the best way to implement this sort of thing. Even if Beast of Reincarnation somehow a hit, Nintendo will not really care to give Pokemon bigger budgets. Unfortunate, but true. Yeah, modern Capcom with their ethics department would bode well for Darkstalkers. Wouldn't. Again, I was pretty doomery about it, but modern Capcom, I think there's some hope in, personally. Aside from that, Darkstalkers' entire thing is being cartoony. They would just make it realistic. You know what? You bring up a good point. I take it back. Don't fucking make Darkstalkers in 2025. If they remove the cartoony aesthetics, I'm going to have a fucking aneurysm, man. Like, not everything needs to be realistic, bro. Like, you are allowed to be a AAA game with a different style. Just fucking hate how prevalent, like, this idea that good graphics equal realistic right now. Like, so many games with legitimately, like, amazing art styles have just been reduced to like all looking the same due to the whole chasing realism bullshit. And it just sucks. It fucking sucks, man. Like Devil May Cry, for example. No hate towards Devil May Cry 5. I love that game. But for real, bro, was there a need to make like everyone realistic? Like the original graphics looked fine, man. Like, why not have something more stylized? That's so... Whatever, you get my point. New Mega Man game too. No, but the new Mega Man, I don't know how to feel about in regards to this, honestly. I only finished the first episode and started the second. The idea is I beat the OG port and then the remaster to compare the two. Honestly, that's quite a bit of dedication. I applaud you for that. Pretty cool. Yeah, but the new Mega is basically a budget title, and I remember reading it somewhere that the devs were learning how to use the RE engine. Oh my god, that so many red flags in just that sentence alone just makes me like worried for that game's future. Then Jesus Christ, imagine realistic Jeddah in 2026. Awful. Oh my god. Now that Now that Expedition 33 has gained a bunch of trophies that are going to be going full force on realistic graphics. Yeah, it's one of the unfortunate things about it winning like so many trophies. The good thing is some people might get it to their thick skulls that turn-based RPGs can be good. Bad, we're definitely going to have a lot more like games changing to realistic graphics, like because of that. Just awful. Also, like we wouldn't even get Jeddah, like a character like Jeddah in 2026, let's be real, because Jeddah is such a effeminate and like he is a pretty stereotypical, like how would I say that, like he's kind of a stereotype of LGBTQ people. Not that's not the entirety of his character. He's not even really implied to be gay or anything like that. But his androgynous and feminine appearance and his mannerisms are definitely meant to like kind of poke fun at that, and obviously that wouldn't be allowed in the big 2026. So yeah, it's not even like a fear of seeing a realistically styled Jedi. I don't even think that character would be allowed to exist in 2026. And like with most of this kind of stuff, I just think that that's bullshit, honestly. They have such a cute smile in that menu. Oh, you mean this one? Yeah, true. Oh yeah, Monster Hunter went way too hard on realism, even as it was made the most anime Monster Hunter possible in Arkveld. Does something that flops 90% of the time, then 10% of the time it gets awards. Oh yes, we should keep doing that. Look, it got awards. Yeah, that logic is just like fucking terrible. Like if you're talking about the whole like what do I mean? The whole like turn-based RPG stuff, then no, it doesn't flop 90% of the time. You have plenty of turn-based RPGs that are doing very well right now, as I said before. So in specific, I don't agree, but the logic is definitely one that's used a lot, and yeah, it's terrible. So I agree with that. Theater Kids, honestly, I wasn't excited when Expedition 33 was first announced because of the realistic graphics. Same. Yeah, Theater Kid. Yeah. Would get the Bridget treatment. Don't even remind me of that, dude. The whole Bridget thing is so fucking stupid, man. Like, it's the whole thing of like, no, you can't have an effeminate character or like a tomboyish character anymore. You can't have a fanboy or a trap or anything like that. Like, if a guy, it's pretty stupid, because at the same time they say, oh, we should break down gender barriers and like girls being more masculine or guys being more feminine, like that should be accepted. And then like the moment that they make an actually more effeminate guy or an actually more tomboyish girl, they're like, trans person. And again, I don't have anything against trans people, but this like treatment of like any effeminate or more, again, like non-stereotypically masculine character being treated as such, or even the feminine too, like this treatment that we've been getting for these non-conforming characters recently has been complete cancer, honestly. I hate it. No, I'm not talking about the design, I'm talking about his mannerisms. Like, I'm not saying that Jedda's design is more effeminate. I'm saying that his mannerisms are more effeminate. Like, you're right in that his design is more based on Devilman and Shonen Delinquents. I can definitely see that. Again, I'm talking about Jedda's mannerisms. Their portrait is in the round stat screen, but I saw the beginning parts of the game and it was pretty good. Oh, you're still talking about Expedition 33. Yeah, I definitely relate to your experience. Now, I was talking about photorealism. I think modern AAA games flop a huge amount because they have zero artistic identity. True and real. People are definitely, like, not so much before, but people are definitely getting tired of the realistic aesthetic nowadays. Like, a lot of people are really getting tired, especially of the whole... I don't like using that word because that's Zoomer speak, but of, like, Unreal Engine 5 slop and stuff like that, you know? So yeah, I definitely agree with that there. An hour and we're still talking about turn-based RPGs. I mean, there's a lot to discuss, so why not? He's saying bro is kinda zesty. Yes, that's the word. That's the word I meant. Yeah, Jeddah is kinda zesty. Oh, I understand. No, but that's more thanks to Capcom being JoJo friends. I can't say that. If you could retract that comment, I'd appreciate it, because I don't think YouTube likes that word too much. Zesty theater kid. Exactly. That's exactly what I meant. Where? Thank you. Oh, right. We unlocked our first magic, so it's time to start actually playing Angela as intended. Now I can finally demonstrate to you, like, what usual Angela gameplay looks like. Yeah, it's just this. Enough casting stick. Now it's time to actually start using magic. Oh yeah, there's going to be a boss fight here, so I should probably heal. Riveting. Angela Gaming. Yeah, just go into the menu, click on Holy Bolts, and just do it until you run out of mana. And then you do some attacks to recover your mana, and then do it all over again. Gameplay. No, but unironically, I enjoy it. It's a lot better than just, like, clicking the attack button 1,000 times. Like, that gets really boring. Oh, I thought the game would still be moving while you selected stuff from the Wii U, but it's infinitely faster looking than Super Nintendo. Thankfully. Honestly, I like it when some
アンジェラ王女だ。アンジェラ王女、断りの女王様より反逆罪で抹殺命令が出ております。
そんな、私が何をしたっていうのよ。
待ちなさい。どんな理由であれ、抹殺なんて許せません。
Angela, don't you remember that?
あんた悪人だったですか？いけませんね。
黙れ。お前らも仲間だな。おい、例の魔兵器を使うぞ。こいつらを橋の上に閉じ込める結界を張れ。
How does Angela not know this? Like, obviously they're trying to kill her. That's the whole reason she ran away. Like, what do you mean? Why are you surprised by this?
抹殺命令、冗談じゃない。濡れ衣を着せられたまま死ぬなんて絶対に嫌よ。必ず生き残ってみせるんだから。
Yeah, the whole way they translate, like, again, the holy, the whole way they translate the usual like anime cutesy speak with baby talk is really, really annoying. So yeah, the whole Angela just it goes from being a cute character quirk to me wanting like Charlotte to shut the hell up all the time, you know? Alright, I can move the wheel and I don't even need to be playing that character. But you see what I mean? That's why I like to play Angela better than the other, like, more melee-focused characters. Because magic just does so much more damage than normal attacks that it's not even funny, man. Like, it makes the combat go literally from a slog into something that's actually playable, you know? It's not even funny how much magic is necessary to turn the combat, especially against bosses, into anything but a slog. Fucking Charlotte died again. God damn it. It's fine, just leave her for that. We don't need her. Yeah, I'll read the comments after I'm done with the boss fight. I kinda need to concentrate. She's just standing there, like completely fucking dead. Again, I'll start reading your comments again whenever this boss fight is finished, because I said this game was easy, but especially since I'm under leveled here, I kinda need to focus a bit more. But yeah, from what you're saying right now, from the snippets I'm getting of the comments, like that's definitely a interesting discussion you're all having, and that I'm like dying to join. Well, at least that was a lot of experience there. Nice.
やばい、総員退避。みんな、ごめんね。私のために。
It really isn't,
魔
but
法王国アルテナはマナストーンを狙って各国に侵攻を開始したの。あの子たちがここにいるってことは、やっぱりこの辺りにマナストーンがあるのね。早く英雄王に会ってマナストーンの場所を教えてもらい、精霊たちを見つけ出さないと。でも橋は落ちてしまったし、フォルセナにはどうやって行けばいいのかな。
canon. Okay, I'll be reading some comments now. I want to get into that discussion. Are you a criminal? Angela? God, it's so cancerous, man. Nah, I can't get over these $5 witch costumes. They got those yeah, the witch costumes are certainly they certainly look cheap. That's fair. Why the witch ran like she was not supposed to be in front of the camera? Oh, poor thing, it's retarded. The Bell Monster reminds me of Gato. I know it's a Mana series monster, but it reminds me of Gato. Ah, from Chrono Trigger, right? Yeah, it does. Like, it does kind of look similar, yeah. Angela copying? I don't get what you mean. Oh, coping? Yeah, probably. Lamau. Poison damage in turn-based combat either sucks ass or is literally game-breaking. So it's realistic? Yeah, that sounds pretty realistic to me. But I get what you mean, like, I think, like you, some of you said here, it literally either takes a great percentage of your life per turn, making it just absolutely atrocious to deal with, or you can literally ignore it and, like, not suffer the consequences, because it doesn't even do percentual damage. It does like 10 damage per turn, which if you are in the higher levels doesn't even mean anything. So yeah, I definitely get what you're saying there, and I agree. In general, I think poison, like regardless of if it's like turn-based combat or if it's something more. If it's more of an action RPG, I think that poison damage should be percentage based, so it can stay relevant throughout the whole game instead of it sucking ass, you know? Etrian Odyssey poison damage literally taking a third of your HP per turn. Jesus Christ, that sounds dreadful. The duality of the two in Pokemon like Toxic versus regular Poison. If your Pokemon has Toxic, it's a free win for every fight, unless they're, you know, immune. But anyway, Charlotte posing like she actually did something. Yeah, like someone was saying at the beginning of the stream, even at level 99, Charlotte is kinda useless because she deals like pathetic damage and she's a healer in a game where you have an overabundance of healing items. So yeah, Charlotte is definitely one of, if not the worst character in this game. So I'm debuffing myself just by picking her. Everyone is gangsta until the dialogue box says badly poisoned instead of just poisoned. Directed by Michael Bay in regards to the explosion, of course. I love it that the explosion is shown to like go very close to them and just barely miss them. Like if they had ran like just a little bit less, they wouldn't have faces anymore. Like you would think that by seeing an explosion you would run away from it as far away as you can, but not these girls. They stand as close as possible to the explosion without being affected. Like just outside the blast radius, you know, that's totally healthy. I like Pokemon's take on status effects. Everyone is susceptible, but you can only have one at a time. I get what you mean, but I prefer when like different creatures have resistances or immunities to certain status effects, and I do think that status effects should stack. Like you should be able to be bled and poisoned, you know, that just makes sense. Another really underutilized debuff is Death. I feel like the new Dragon Quest does it well. The problem with Death is that like it can feel pretty overpowered if you give it to the player and it has literally any relevance, and if the player is against it, like even if you give it the player like good tools to fight against it, like for example Shin Megami Tensei does, Death has a debuff or has a mechanic can just be really annoying in general. So like I understand, but I really don't like Death as a mechanic, you know? Even when it's well implemented like Shin Megami Tensei, it can still be really annoying, you know? But anyway, Charlotte looks like she can be sold in Pop Mart. I don't get what you mean. I guess Charlotte's job is to keep the two DPSs alive. Charlotte's job is to be a hug pillow. Yeah, Sun has a more like realistic view of Charlotte's true role in this game, given what I said, which is a job that's harder to appreciate than a tanks. No, again, healers are generally like a good thing to have in your party, but in this game healing items are so like you have such an overabundance of healing items that you really don't need a healer, like a dedicated healer. Like the best thing about her is that Twinkle Rain spell that removes debuffs, but outside of that, like she really doesn't have much use, you know? It's kinda hilarious how Grand Blue Fantasy has an instant death debuff, but the entire game is just raid bosses, which are obviously immune to it, so like why even have it in the first place? Exactly, it's like I was saying, like instant death is either completely useless or really overpowered in the hands of the player, and there's no in between. That's why one of the reasons why I don't like it. Everyone is susceptible. There are a couple type-based resistances. Grass is actually immune to powder, spore-based status moves, but those already have middling accuracy. Some Pokemon do have immunities, but there are exceptions. Metal type is immune to poison type moves, but not the debuff itself. You obviously can't Thunder Wave an electric or a ground type, though you can Luxec, Body Slam or Glare. Pop Mart is the store that sells Labubus or Sony... No, come on, don't say that about poor Charlotte, man. She deserves better than this. The Otakami, this reminded me of the first Saga game that has kind of a bug death with a chainsaw weapon. You can use it to one-shot God, the final boss of the game, and it became a running joke of the series. Yeah, just adding... Like, you're just adding more reasons why I'm correct on my take on, like, the death debuff. There's even a poison move for dealing with steel types, but it's limited in availability. Saga is known for really bonkers combat strats, to be honest. Charlotte needs to step up or she's about to get sold off. No, come on. I'm the kind of person that, like, saves the girl in Fear and Hunger. Like, she can be as useless as she wants, and I wouldn't do something that bad to her. For now. Me explaining how monster meat works in Saga 2 and sounding like a complete schizo. But hey, Chainsaw God Cutter is really bad. Yeah, fair. Let me see where I should put my abilities now. Magic armor, harder for enemies to target, luck. Yeah, I'm going to need that eventually, but not for now. So yeah, I don't need either of that. Either of those. I'm going to need like this for diamond shards soon enough. But I should be getting more intelligence for now. Oh yeah, I definitely need to invest into intelligence and then stamina. Those are the ones I should focus on. First intelligence, no stamina, because we are going to get like Earth ability pretty soon, and that's gonna require that, so we'll be leveling that first. And I'm caught up on comments, so I'll continue with the game. I'm such a sweet little innocent kid. It's a travesty that you have me fight so many monsters. You should be protecting me, you know. So, who was talking about selling her again? I'm... Like, my opinion is kind of changing on that. I think she would, like, fetch quite a good price, actually. You know what? Is there a game where you fight with yo-yos? I'm pretty sure there is. Like, the name escapes me right now, but I'm pretty sure there is a game where a character fights with... Wait, Bridget in, like, Guilty Gear. Like, she... like, Bridget fights with yo-yos. So, I want to beat God and become a yo-yo master. As for an RPG... like a JRPG where you use yo-yos, I'm pretty sure there is one, but I'm not remembering the exact name right now. But yeah, that definitely sounds pretty awesome, I'll say. Also about Saga, a dude made a colorization hack of the GBC trilogy. There must be one, like I said. Tournament Legends on stick page. Whittle. This girl must be like Grogu, 50 years old and looks like an infant. But I guess Grogu is an actual infant. Yeah. This fucking gremlin. She. Oh, no. Sorry, slip of the tongue. I swear I didn't mean it. Haven't played it, but doesn't Earthbound have a yo-yo? Yeah, actually, yeah, that's it. There's a character in Earthbound that has a yo-yo, and you literally do fight gods. So, yeah, a Fisher play like Earthbound, and you'll probably be able to fulfill that fantasy. I think Metal Max Returns has a yo-yo weapon.
Nani? 吊り橋が落ちた。ついにわしのハイパーデラックススペシャルキャノン V2 の出番じゃな。
この前と名前違うし。
あー、うるさい。そんなことはどうでもよろしい。とにかく裏庭に行って待っててくれ。
Again, slip of the tongue. I swear I didn't mean it. I'm not on that side of the argument, okay? I had a whole spiel on why I think like what they made with Bridget was stupid. So again, slip of the tongue, I promise. Yes, actually, I think it's on that scene. Like I think actually you have to get the gunpowder for the next cannon. So this one is already prepared, so I was confusing things. Metal Max, in general, has lots of weird stuff. One of the items is called Sister Style. Oh, it's one of those kinds of games, huh? Sounds right up my alley. But for Sun, that was talking about, oh, are you actually going to use the cannon to cross? You're gonna love this next scene. Look at this shit, man.
ついに完成した。わしのウルトラゴージャスターボキャノン2号の打ち初めじゃ。あ、作るのに夢中で忘れておった。火薬だ、火薬。
Oh no, I wasn't.
火薬がないとよ。すまんが君たち、ニトロの火薬を取ってきてくれ。わしは次なる発明で忙しいのでの。さあさあ、いったいった。
Oh, okay, so we won't be seeing that scene quite yet, and I wasn't confusing stuff. We're going to need to go to the cave to get the ignition fuel to be able to use the cannon in the first place. So yeah, I was remembering correctly. Good idea. Metal Max in general, okay. True. Also about weirdness, what happened to the MM4 translation? I have no idea what MM is. I played a Metal Max game once. The PS2 one. Didn't finish, but it was a silly... okay. What happened to the Metal Max 4 translation? Silly fun tank game. Now search for Metal Max 4 cover just for fun. Oh, okay, the cover. Okay, and you're talking to like Evil Bookman. Okay. Or the cover of the 3DS Metal Max game. Unfortunately, I can't do that right now. But after stream, I'll search for these covers that are apparently so amusing to you guys. Is that a bride? Where? Nitromite? Pretty sure dwarfs use that stuff in the mines to dig tunnels. The entrance to the dwarf tunnel is in Stone Split Gap. That's where you can find those folks. Is there really? Well, no dilly-dallying. Time to get to it. About to ask around town. Yo, where can I buy literal glycerin? Oh, you mean pills? No, I mean for improvised explosive device. The fact that people actually answer and know like what to tell you is kind of concerning actually now that I think about it through that angle. Don't know about the translation honestly, stopped following it some time ago. Nitroglycerin pills is crazy, bro. Thanks man, and it was basically the last untranslated game.
邪魔ね。こっちは急いでるのに。センターサブアタック。
時間を取られてしまいました。先を急ぎましょう。参ります。
シャルロットがやっつけてやるで。
ローランド仕込みの技です。
まだまだね。頑張るでち。ドリームアラ今ならどんな敵にも勝てる気がするわ。行きましょう。
Yeah, it may sound weird, but yeah, nitroglycerin pills are definitely a thing. Just like Sun said. It just also coincidentally blows up. It's that thing, like, a lot of substances can be used in various different ways, you know? It's like that thing that people often say that any medicine is poison if in a high enough dosage, you know? So you can view it like that. Heck, chemotherapy is literally poisoning yourself and hoping that it kills the cancer before it kills you. So, I thought it was an explosive substance. It is, but it can also be used for, like, medical purposes. You know, just like I was talking about with, like, nitroglycerin. No, with chemotherapy. You know? These two things can be true at the same time, is what we mean. I remember the story of a Russian blowing his mouth off for eating a Mentos and accidentally mistaking a chemical substance for one. I do not envy that guy, to say the least. Jesus Christ, that sounds painful. Now where should I invest this? Only a Russian would eat a Mentos and just have a beaker of explosive chemicals lying around. Amazing. Russians are something else, man, truly. I don't even say that like to make fun of them. They literally are just something else. I mean, maybe this could help. Nah, but it's better to have intelligence instead. Like, some of these are pretty cool. So yeah, I'll definitely investing in int first. Russians and Florida, man. Why is it always one of these two? True and real. Like, if you ever like hear of a pretty like out there incident, it was definitely caused by one of these two. Why? I couldn't tell you to save a life, but I just know that it's true. Russians are just built different. The no-handed push-ups are a classic. I think I saw that once, but Jesus Christ, how does that even work, man? You're right. Some people are just built different, man. Like, truly. I saw that also.
私が倒します。皆さんは休んでいてもいいですよ。
Oh, that's also pretty cool. Like obviously we only have light magic for now. But one cool thing about magic is that not only does it do more damage in general than like physical attacks, but it can also target like enemy weaknesses, unlike physical attacks. So that's also why magic makes this game like 10 times more bearable, you know, like I was saying. Maybe Germa isn't an interdimensional anomaly, maybe he's just Russian. That would certainly be like a reasonable explanation, I'd say. What were we talking about again? Let me remember. Oh yeah, actually, this is a pretty interesting question. Because, actually, one of the subjects that I'm planning for this week's podcast is one that A Fish actually asked quite a while ago. Sorry it took me this long to, like, get to this, but, like, we're going to be discussing, or more or less just tackling the actual definition of moe, you know? So I wanted to actually ask you guys, like, what do you think the definition of moe is? Like, what's your perception of it? That's a good subject to, like, I think start tackling. In order to like have something to talk about, you know. Speaking of which, I just recently discovered Anomaly Horror has a parody subgenre. I don't even know what Anomaly Horror is, so you have a quite a lot to explain if you want me to like even understand what you're talking about in general.
ドワーフのトンネルってこの辺りのはずなんだけど。やっと僕の出ますね。この洞窟の壁はですね、うまい具合に光の屈折を利用して幻を見させているんすよ。大地の裂け目は別名宝石の谷と言われるぐらい水晶などを岩に含んでるもんすから、ドワーフたちがそれを使って入り口を隠してるみたいっす。まあ見ててください。この岩、一見ただの大岩に見えるっすけど、僕の光で屈折方向を変えてやると。
Just do it already. I get it.
じゃーん、これが真実の姿、ドワーフトンネルへの入り口っす。さあ行ってみましょう。
Moe equals cat. Yeah, there was that whole like post I remember, pretty much saying that like the reason like anime characters look so attractive and so like cute to us is exactly because their design is based on cats. So I get what you're saying. A desire to protect a cute thing, I get. No, no, no. That's just cuteness. I'm talking about moe specifically. That's really hard. Yes, it is. Analog horror. Oh. So, what's the parody subject? Oh, no, no, no. Actually, I saw that. Like, yeah, there is a whole, like, genre of just making fun of analog horror. That's true. I've seen it. Dude yaps a lot for a glowing piece of moss. Yeah, just at first it was actually kind of interesting, but at some point, I'm just like, dude, can you just do your job already? Like, I get it, pretty interesting. Like, dispel the illusion already. I think nowadays it basically describes a powerful sense of cuteness, usually with unrealistic fantasy or stock character feeling to it.
世界には驚くことがたくさんあるわね。早速道具屋に行って頼まれた火薬を探しましょう。
Then she really is just a sheltered girl in just the best way. Or stock character feeling to it, such as a classic tsundere. I don't know. I'd have to see, but that doesn't sound right. Like, personally, you know? The Spirit is a character, totally different vibe from how Ichika does it. You're saying that this Spirit is supposed to be like the same character type as Ichika? I don't know, I don't see it. In my opinion, Moe is just used for any character that sort of just makes you feel any form of affection in fictional media that can only be felt for something in that fictional media. That sounds more close to my idea of Moe, at least. The original meaning from the 90s may have been somewhat different and been more related to sexual attraction. I think it's a combination of like a purely fictional attraction that is both like cutesy and sexy. Like, I think it's the kind of the combination of those two that makes Moe, you know? I'm taking it from explanations anime characters themselves do. I forgot in which anime, but I recall a guy describing Moe like that. Burning Passion, right? A more literal Moeru. Okay. These doors are very similar to the ones in Final Fantasy IV. I wonder if I can find their Super Nintendo sprites and compare. Maybe I associate too much with verbal tics, lol. Associate too much. Okay, I get it. Oh, I don't even need to talk to this guy. I thought he was blocking the way. What the fuck? As I live and breathe, topsoilers. You done saw through our trick entrance, did ya? Well, welcome to Dwarf Village. I love that we literally dispelled the illusion and now discover their secret village, and they're not like, oh, intruders. They're just like, oh, you discovered, like, you dispelled our illusion. Oh, like then. Like, you earn my respect. No, please come in. Please explore our village. We're excited to have people as smart as you, or something like that. The wind is so different underground than on the peaks. Does it sound like groaning to you? No, but okay. Blah, it's so moldy in here. I think mushrooms are gonna start sprouting out of me. Otakame, literally to sprout or bud, i.e. budding feelings, but intentionally homophonous with to burn, like you said. So it can be seen as kind of a combination between burning and budding feelings. So like I said, kind of a combination between cute and sexy appeals, if I'm understanding correctly. Yeah, the Super Nintendo dwarfs look a lot more like the Final Fantasy Black Mages. Yeah, now that I see it, they kinda look like black mages with beards, actually. Funny how this combination has an entire genre in visual novels called moege, with skull heads instead of the horn helmets. Feels like Goron Village for Ocarina. If you're talking about the place, then yeah. If you're talking about the inhabitants, no, these don't look anything like Goron. Okay, I'm going to bed and send you the link. Good night. Oh, don't worry, we'll be finishing stream soon as well. Like, I'm just going to buy some items, and then I'm going to finish stream for today, so don't worry, you're not going to miss much. And good night. You're right, just need some fat guys rolling around. But yeah, for now I'm going to buy a few weapons and armors, then save, and then we're going to finish off, like, finish it for today, okay? Ludmilla Sunpounder. Well, sorry to say, you arrived just as I'm finishing stream. So yeah, you're a bit late, sorry, but welcome to the stream. Just woke up, so yeah. Like, I know that some people, like, obviously a lot of you guys live on various different parts of the world, so I get it. Like, on a conceptual level. But still, hearing that someone just woke up at the time that it's in my country, which is actually quite late, is just a bit surreal, you know? Again, I get it that you probably just live in a part of the world where it's like pretty early, probably. But again, it just feels a bit surreal to hear someone just woke up at this point, you know. Where is it? Oh, must be below, I think. Since you are finishing, which manga are you reading? I found one that you might like. It's called Dark Gathering. That name sounds a bit generic. It might be a bit difficult to find it. Is it just called Dark Gathering, or is it Dark Gathering like something? I just started Ubelblatt. Hold on, let me get something then. Okay, so there's a manga that's literally just called Dark Gathering. Okay, I'll be searching that later. Sorry, I was pausing to get out to open my notepad file so I can like register like this manga that you're recommending to me. It's just that it's about a little girl and a couple capturing ghosts. Oh, okay, that's why it's called. Oh, okay, I get it now. Yeah, I'll check it out later then. Magic pot, now level 2. Higher chance of enemies dropping seeds. Seeds have higher chance of yielding good items. Okay, now yeah, it's just Dark Gathering. It also has an anime, but it's kinda low budget. Watch it anyway, I like low budget anime. Yes, I am that kind of weirdo. Oh, okay, perfect. Perfect. And no, there aren't any like level up items, just this. No. Perfect, okay. Oh, I have to do that. You ever saw a picture of a dark-haired anime girl with a skull symbol in her eyes? That's... Oh, I think I did. I think I know like what you're talking about now. I think I've seen that manga. Okay. How to tell if you're reading Japanese dark fantasy? There are only fanboys and actual misshapen goblin gorillas with nothing in between. Jesus Christ. Imperfections are comforting. I think I get it. You heard him, guys. Biggest OPM season 3 fan here. Yo. No. Not that low budget, okay? Not even I'm like able to stomach that, okay? Let's not get extreme here, okay? Too soon, man. Definitely. Funny how the manga points her twin irises, but not the freaking skull. Yeah, you think that would be like the more important thing to like point out, but I guess not. Yeah, I think I'll do this. I think I'll give more HP to her and give that ability, and then I'll give like the MP boost to Angela, since she needs it more. And then I'm going to put in this item on her. Oh, and apparently she can use the Vambrace, so she gets that. She can only use this. Okay, let's see if there's anything she can use. No, so perfect. Hot take, I already went through the One Punch Man Gato arc, Disappointment arc, years ago, because I think they ruined it going from the webcomic to the manga. We'll need names for these Japanese dark fantasies, man. fucking fanboy fans in my comment section. There's so many of them, man. I really don't get what you guys see in that, but you do you. Magical Princess full release when oh well. Is that like a game that is in like early access or something? Maybe I'll research that later. I was mostly making a Berserk joke, but it somewhat applies to Ubelblatt as well. God damn it, I just got it. Fucking yeah, fair. That's a fair description of Berserk. Berserk is like the ultimate fanboy manga, though it's full of them. Don't make me see Berserk like that, bro. Please don't. Don't ruin Berserk for me, man. Okay, and with that, thank you all for coming to the stream, and I hope to see you guys again soon. Hopefully, like on Friday for my what's the name? Beyond Citadel stream. Hopefully now with no annoying zoomers. But yeah.